Prodigal Son is yet another serial killer TV show, just when you thought we'd had enough. In this latest iteration of the genre, created by Chris Fedak and Sam Sclaver for US free-to-air, is another variation on the police procedural, where an outside contractor is paired up with law enforcement to solve crimes. At its centre is Dr. Martin Whitley, the notorious serial killer known as the Surgeon, now imprisoned in the Claremont Psychiatric Hospital and still looking to bond with his prodigal son. He's Tom Payne's Malcolm Bright, a brilliant profiler fired from a job at the FBI because his methodology is unorthodox and potentially dangerous to his colleagues, and who was sacked in a manner that may be a violation of some sort of employment law because of family connections. Does he indeed suffer from psychotic inclinations, not unlike his father's, along with complex PTSD and obvious narcissistic tendencies? If that's not enough, he also endures night terrors, a hand tremor, and several other ailments tied to learning the truth about his dad at a formative age. Malcolm is recruited by Gil Arroyo, played by that TV stalwart Lou Diamond Phillips, an NYPD detective who has known him since his father's arrest, to serve as an eccentric consultant on particularly grisly cases. Though it must be said, his so-called unorthodox approach, thinking like the killer and seeing the murder from their point of view, is pretty old hat for anyone who's watched too many of these procedural shows.
Probably a paralytic drug, trapping her in her own body. She had to feel everything. Inducing paralysis is 1,000 times harder than knocking someone out. Requires practice, equipment, medical skills.
Bright's only real support comes from his sister Ainsley, a rather unconvincing TV journalist who wishes her brother would take a break from murder and have a normal life. His mother, played by the very droll Bellamy Young, an unctuous socialite who has, it seems, easily moved on from her marriage to a celebrity murderer, also wants him to give up this murder business. But Bright is quickly involved in his first case, a copycat killer, imitating his father's infamous quartet murders, enlisting the assistance of his own consultant, his father, and his unique understanding of a killer's psyche. Trouble is, while there are some interesting ideas here and there and some good performances, the scenes between Sheen and Payne are terrific, it's just another self-contained story of the week cop show, and who really wants to endure all that tedious crime solving to get to the interesting character bits in a 42-minute drama?
Well, I mean, I was a little bit intrigued. I mean, the trouble is it's so unbelievable, you know. I mean, this guy who has to handcuff himself to his bed at night and wear a mouth guard. I mean, there are some bizarre bits in this.
He's got a few problems, that boy.
He does, but I actually thought he was well played by Tom.
Yes, I think all the acting's good.
And I like the fact that, you know, he's this sort of consultant to the NYPD, but his father becomes his consultant.
That's clever.
And, you know, the father is, you know, absolutely obsessed with having a relationship with his son. His son doesn't want to have anything to do with him, but the son needs the father's insight to help solve. I mean, it's a sort of like it's an unbelievable mix, you know. You know, Michael Sheen's character, who has this cell filled with books, it's full of luxury, supplied by the Saudis, apparently.
Well, he's still a surgeon and he's practising in jail, it seems. I mean,
it's bizarre and off the wall. And the other, I like the humour in it. A VIC is a very important cadaver.
yes.
Look, this is just an interesting and bizarre twist. I think Michael Sheen's terrific.
Yeah, he's good.
As well. I mean, Lou Diamond Phillips, you know, I mean, he was such a baby in La Bamba, and here he is all these years later. You know, you look at these actors and you think, I remember him from
He's still going,
way back
grizzled
then.
and tough.
Yeah.
I like Lou Diamond Phillips.
Look, I think this is a 3.5 star.
Yeah, it's a 3.5. It's not one of the great ones.
No, but you're more down on it than I am.
You know, to wade through the cops doing the investigations in such a sort of plodding way is now very old hat, I think.
Oh, you're just jaded.
I'm just
You've seen
jaded.
too much.
Like Lou Diamond Phillips, I'm jaded. Too many serial killers in my life.
Have we given it scores 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
Relax. It's a dream, okay? It's just a bad dream.